In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Yeat style beat. Let's get into it. Let's put this to a faster BPM, like 140. And I'm going to find a melody on the synth. We need a pad. That's going to be the foundation. The production on this album is a little bit different from his typical underground style. It sounds way more experimental, very synth heavy, almost very intense. So that's the kind of style that I'm going to try and go for today. So I just want to find a top line to go with this. Okay, I think I got a nice idea. Let's go ahead and record that in. I'm actually just going to bounce these together so the audio file is just in one. And let's hear how it sounds if we reverse the melody, just to make it even more abstract. That's cool. I kind of like it down here, -5. Let's keep that. Just want to add a few more effects to it. Let's EQ out some of the lows. I'm going to throw in this plugin just to give it that pulsing effect. That's a good solid melody to build from. Let's add in a few more sounds as well, maybe like a lead or something. I'm going to pull up one of my favorite plugins at the moment, which is the Mariana by Moog. It's a synth VST, but all the sounds are just crazy, especially for these Yeat kind of style beats. So I think that's going to be like the main lead throughout. I'm just quantizing a few parts so it's just more in time. That's going to be my lead throughout the beat. Let's add in a bass as well. So I'm just going to pull the attack up a little bit just so it comes in not so quick. I kind of want it to just delay a tiny bit. Let's hear how that sounds together. Let's move this down an octave. Hey. Crazy. I feel like it would be good to add in something else as well in the melody, just to fill this up. So let's open up Mariana once again. And I want to try and find like a lead kind of sound. Oof. Sound is crazy. Maybe something like that as an effect. Now the lead is kind of slightly detuned, which is a cool effect, but I do want it to be more on point. So let's just mess around till we find a nice tone. And then we'll just have it repeat throughout. Maybe even some echo. It's like na 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 na. So what I'm doing here is just making it pan from left to right. So it kind of feels more like an effect. So you should hear it going two different sides of your headphones or your speakers. Melody is sounding crazy. It's because the sound selection is on point. Like we used the synths, we used the Moog Mariana. If you want to make these kind of beats, like the Yeat style, these heavy synth kind of style beats with aggression, I'll definitely recommend getting the Moog Mariana. All the sounds in it are just clean. It's perfect for this kind of style. If you want to check it out, I've got a link in the description. Go ahead and click that and grab yourself a copy. Let's move on to the drums. I'm actually going to start with the kick because I have an idea of the bounce. I want it to be like very, very heavy. I'm going gonna add in a snare now. And for the sound selection of these kind of beats, you wanna go for stuff that kind of sounds unorthodox or sounds that you maybe don't usually typically use in a trap beat. Something that's gonna sound a bit weird, but just kind of works. All right, so let's put in my snare and just repeat this over. Nice and simple, nothing crazy there. But we're gonna go crazy with the hi-hats now. Something that you hear in Yeat beats a lot is a hi-hat pattern that goes like and I'm just gonna repeat that over. Maybe even some rolls here. I think it would be cool with like some stutter effects and stuff. Whenever you use that reverb one, sometimes it sounds like an open hat. Let's just turn down the mix a little bit. Now I just want to add in one more snare that I missed off. I found this really weird kind of sounding perk. I'm just gonna chuck it in there somewhere, make it fit. And then we can just repeat that over. So for the beat so far, this is what we got. Jeez. Sounding crazy. I think as a variation though, if we just move the bass over and the lead over, we could have some different drums, like some texture kind of drums. In my Champions collection kit, I'm gonna open up my percussion kit. I've got 2 perk loops layered on top of each other. And I've slowed it down using some halftime. So for this section, this is how it's sounding. In this section as well, I've noticed there's a lot of breakdowns as well with just some crazy synth lines and stuff. So I'm just gonna freestyle something on top of this. Just finished up the beat and this is how it sounds now all together. And then the switch up now goes crazy. This one came out nice, really intense kind of dark beat. Let's try and make another one. This next one, I want to make something that's really, really experimental. So let's go for something a little bit faster, like 160 BPM. I found this crazy bass in Mariana again. Really aggressive, and it glides up as well. So I'm going to record something in. So I'm just adding in some gliding notes now. We're starting with this bass line. Loads of glides going on. Crazy. Now the bass, it kind of sounds like a cross between an actual bass line and a lead. So I want to find something that has a bit more low end to it. Oh, I love how that sounds gliding as well. So I'm just taking out some of the low end on the first one so it doesn't clash. Yeah, we're definitely getting that intense vibe. I've got this really weird but interesting sound and Mariana pulled up. And I like that it has, like, if you can hear, 2 sounds. It's like a thump with some noise. And it kind of just comes like in and out. gonna snap it all into place, and then let's repeat that over. I think we got like a nice starting point. I'm just gonna add a few more layers just to thicken it up, and then add some drums in. Da, da, da. So you can hear all those like artifacts and those textures in the background. It just adds to it. Now we need like some stomping kind of drum sounds. I'm just finding weird drum sounds from my kits and just putting them in. So let's move this one down. I'm just gonna layer that snare. And then at the end we can have something that's like let's control everything, just quantize it so you hear the full kick sound. I've got one of the stock drum kits pulled up from Logic. I love the acoustic kits that they got, and I'm going to use it to try and find like some hi-hats, some open hats to play it in. I finished up the beat. I added in a few more stuff. A drum loop in the beginning, kind of similar to what we had in the last beat, and a few sweeps and stuff. This is what we so intense. Yeah, the synths are going nuts. That turned out nice. I can't lie, these kind of beats are super fun to make. Really, really experimental and different to anything that's out there. If you like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, if you want to learn how to make a Yeat style beat, but more like the Afterlife album, the underground kind of sound, then check out this video right here where I make a beat in that kind of style.